Y'all remember peak quarantine? You know, ditching your online classes, not being able to go to the store, not being able to see your homie, and most importantly, playing video games all the time? Now, if you said yes to all 3 of those questions right there, then I can guarantee that you played one of these 3 games every single day during quarantine. And that was either Minecraft, Rust, or Among Us. Now, I know that a heart just skipped a beat when I just said Among Us right there. I know one of you just had a vivid flashback of the Among Us session with the boys. And listen, I get it, okay? Those late night Among Us sessions, they would get intense, like really intense.
No, because you and Simon are the imposters, or you're tripping. Shut the fuck up!
Like, yes, it's this serious, bro. Like, I'm pretty positive everyone knows what Among Us is. Like, it was like the biggest thing in the world at the time. Everybody was watching it. It was pulling mad Twitch viewers. But specifically, there was one person that really rose up in the Twitch scene from this Among Us craze during quarantine. And that was the very, very shy Sykkuno. I fucking hate this guy, dude. Now, if you don't know who Sykkuno is, this is a 34-year-old man who acts performative and very, very shy around women on purpose for this kind of Twitch persona that he's got going on. Now, yesterday, this person named Hemomol, whatever the fuck, posted an entire Google Doc basically exposing Sykkuno for being, and I quote, a serial cheater, master manipulator, and dangerous predator. So yeah, we're pretty much going to go through the 32-page document and see what truly is hidden behind the Sykkuno Files. So let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, this is the giant document that they released, so we're going to be going over it pretty much. On Valentine's Day of this year, I was followed on Twitter by Sykkuno. I thought it was amazing that such a big content creator even knew that I existed, let alone followed me on social media. He had been my role model and someone I looked up to for a very long time. The Among Us guy? What is there to look up to?
What is up, guys? It's Sykkuno here!
Sykkuno is not the kind of soft-spoken character you see on stream. He's a serial cheater, liar, and manipulator who uses his status to get what he wants from as many women as possible, more specifically ones who are smaller up or upcoming content creators, knowing that he could take advantage of them. So I think it's pretty fair to say that we know what to expect coming from this document after reading that little beginning part right there. And now let's move on to how these two actually started communicating with each other. Alright, so this is their first conversation right here. We got, are you still looking for a Valentine's date, perhaps? Sabrina Carpenter. What? You can't just open up with something like that. And besides, Valentine's Day is almost over where I'm from already. I mean, we could always do a Valentine's Day do-over, you know? I think it's important to notice that she did text him first and showed interest in him first. Keep that in mind for later, though. Also, 35-year-old man typing like we in middle school. What are we doing? Invited me to play games with him. In the first conversation, he brought up what kind of games he likes to play, and he invited me to play with him after a convention. Now, I'm assuming that you already knew that he only played Among Us in Minecraft, but sure. Basically, in these messages, they're just getting to know each other. You can pause and read them. I'm not reading this out loud, I'm gonna be honest. Making plans to see me in person. Bro. What? So basically, this Discord message right here is only a day after the ones we just read, and this guy's already trying to see her in person. This gotta be some desperate stuff right here, I'm not gonna lie. In this 2-hour Discord gaming call, the same day as our first conversation, Sykkuno made plans to meet me IRL. It was set to be at the same weekend as DOCCUMENT 2026, since he was flying over anyways to attend TwitchCon EU. Going to the aquarium would be our first date. I also learned that there is a 15-year age gap between us. Oh my god. Did you like never do anything for your ex, like, at all? I mean, I think I did. I don't think she thought I did. So yeah. Like, what? Sexting. We texted every single day, and these interactions would be charged with flirting and suggestive topics. I would send him suggestive pictures and audios, and he would confirm that he touched himself to them. Additionally, he'd always act flustered and inexperienced, keeping up the illusion of his on-stream innocent persona. One thing I noticed is that every time he called and when he spoke, he'd be whispering and never fully use his voice. His excuse was that it was because he was tired after a long stream, and I didn't really find that to be suspicious. Using your voice for 8 hours in a row does exhaust it after all. Hold on, pause. You didn't find that suspicious? Do you hear this man whenever he's streaming or in his YouTube videos? He talks in the most soft-spoken voice in the entire world.
Psych, I'm running late. That's fine. You won't get banned. In-game titties are cool.
Like, I get talking a lot can exhaust your voice, but dude, you hear him, bro. There's just no way.
In-game titties are cool.
You know, I've always kind of wondered if you've ever touched yourself while watching what I send you.
Oh, hell no!
Well, now I think you calling him a predator is quite strange. Looks like you initiated it. Looks like you're also a weirdo, but hey, you know what? Whatever. What? Why would you ever wonder that? Well, because they're spicy pictures and videos. Of course, I wonder if you put them to use. I'll definitely put this one to use. Like, bro. Like, I understand that they're having a sexual conversation, but like, bro, it just looks so funny coming from Sykkuno out of all people. Put this face next to this Discord DM. Like, so you have me now. My XP bar is low. Yo. Like, I do hate this guy, and I do think he's a sack of shit, but this is the hardest bar I've seen all year. Oh my god. And this is the big juicy part right here, Sykkuno's girlfriend. Now, apparently, no one knew that he had a girlfriend. None of the fans knew that he had a girlfriend. So this is, boom, shocking evidence, shocking news. So let's see what she has to say. A popular male VTuber tried to slide into my DMs to presumably get into my pants when I rejected him. He immediately started to mention nasty rumors about Bao. Out of concern for her, I reached out to a mod who then connected me with Bao. The three of us struck up a conversation when I mentioned I was nervous about a date I was going on. They asked me who it was. When I said my date was with Sykkuno, they immediately told me not to go on the date for my own personal safety. This guy is so committed to Among Us that he started doing that shit in real life. It's actually insane. Bao told me at the end of March, Sykkuno's girlfriend reached out to her regarding a controversial tweet Bao made last year. She asked Bao if it was true that the tweet was about Sykkuno. And this is the tweet that Bao posted, which is now 6 months old, which is crazy to think about. I'm not going to read this out loud, but y'all can pause and read it if you'd like. Bao and her mod would then put me in a group chat with Sykkuno's girlfriend where I would share all the screenshots you see above. She was rightfully horrified and left the group chat because she cannot stomach reading them. And this is her messages right there. Like, in all honesty, I don't even feel any guilt for the girl who posted these. I actually feel way worse for the girlfriend in this situation. I mean, especially with the last message, everything he's planning with you are things that we have planned together, talked about, and have done together already. I'm sorry. Like, that shit just sucks. It really does. And finally, we have made it to the very end of the document where the link to the video of Sykkuno's confessions are. Let's get into it.
I was very, very happy. And at some point it wasn't so happy.
34-year-old man, by the way.
I said we hadn't done anything together for like years.
And then you flirted with me. And were telling me how you wanted me to come visit you in Vegas, and how you wanted to go on a date, and how you were serious about me. And how you really meant it, and how you wanted to go get a cat together. Why? Why didn't you just break off the relationship then?
Now, I just find that really, like, interesting. It just kind of sounds like she's upset that she wasn't his girlfriend and that he had a girlfriend at the time. Like, obviously, she's upset that he cheated, but she's also upset that she's the side piece, in a sense.
Because a combination of remembering how it was, some part of me hoping it would go back to that, and...
Well, obviously it's not going to go back to that if you're actively cheating on her. And I know you're smarter than that.
I'm not.
I mean, for fuck's sake, you're a 34-year-old man. Yes, you are. What? Why?
Is that not why?
What is why? I'm still upset with you, but you didn't cheat on me. You can still talk to me and be, like, make up for your actions. Don't get me wrong, because I always am there for second chances. But I never will forgive you for cheating on her. That's...
And there it is. She says she'll give him a second chance. After everything they just talked about, after everything she just figured out, she's still gonna give him a second chance. And that's why no one in this situation is really innocent except the girlfriend who got cheated on. Again, it feels really bad because I feel like she didn't deserve that in the slightest. Now, what are my final thoughts? Obviously, for Sykkuno, I still think he's a sack of shit, but he's even worse now, a cheating, lying sack of shit. And for the girl who posted the whole entire document, I just don't feel really anything. I don't feel any guilt for her, but I also don't feel bad for her in the slightest. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and have a great one, y'all.